Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity, Professor Faith. Today, I would like to present my PPT voiceover. The title is How Small Things Affect the Big Picture, the effect of service product innovation on perceived experience value. Alright, I will like to start about the basic information of the journal. Name of journal is the International Journal of Contemporary Hospitality Management, volume 31, number 7, and the publication is Emerald Publishing Limited. The third is authors Yu King Liu, Chun Xiao Li, Scott McCabe, and Hong Shu. And year of publication is 2019. Next, I would like to tell about the highlight of this presentation. There are abstract, introduction, literature review, methodology, and a result. Alright, next I would like to talking about the abstract. First, the purpose is by abducting retrospective evaluation theory. This study aims to explain how innovation provided by separate suppliers in the tourism value chain influence tourist perceived value of the overall experience and further uncover which innovative product attributes are more effective in improving tourist perception of the overall value. The second one, design or methodology approach. A survey yield 584 valid response from the tourists who had experienced specific tourist product innovation during their travel. Structural equation modeling was used to test the proposed theoretical model. And then findings, the result reveal that tourists evaluate overall traveling experience value either by recalling an intense, impressive moment, in example, heuristic approach, or through an evaluation of the overall utility gain from the whole trip, in example, normative approach. Next, practical implication. Given the complex surface ecosystem of the tourist destination, its tourist service provider should consider how innovation contribute to the experience of the whole trip and which attribute of innovation increase tourists' overall perceived experience value. And the last one of the abstract is originality or the value. This study complements existing knowledge by revealing the relationship between product innovation in sector and tourist perceived value of the whole trip. Moreover, it offers a theoretical framework for further investigation to service product innovation in hospitality and tourism industry. Alright, next, I would like to tell about the introduction. Innovation has become a critical factor in determining the international competitive position of tourist firm and destination in Crimson and Monoformir 2012. The ultimate goal of the product innovation is to provide better experience to fulfill customer needs and thus contribute to customer satisfaction and loyalty in stock 2011. Furthermore, in previous study, an input-output approach has been commonly adopted in tourism research of innovation evaluation in Meyers, Levy, and Thibault 1989 in Stock 2011. These findings reveal the type of innovation attributes that would increase consumer intention to favor or adopt the innovated product. but fails to explain how tourists evaluate this attribute and form their preference. The answer to this question would help us to understand the reasoning underpinning the attributes and decisions made by consumers towards innovative product. In addressing this issue, this study aims to investigate the relationship among innovativeness of tourist product, perceived attributes of those innovation, and two types of tourist evaluation approach, and all of which combined we argue from the perceived experience value of the whole trip. Alright, about the literature review, for the first, service product innovation and the consumer perception. In, Inside the service product innovation and consumer perception is a immersion is a step of deep involvement in the experience in Pine and Gilmore 1999. And the second one, surprise, is defined as a freshness or specialness of an experience when a customer encounters unique stimuli in unexpected situation during consumption of product or services. In Holbrook and Hirschman 1982. The third one, convenience, is a widely acknowledged by scholars as an attribute of a product that reduces its non-monetary price in Farquhar and Rowley 2009, and it had become a value more highly by consumer in Preporas et al. 2017. And the last one in the service product innovation and consumer perception is a learning through the experience discussed here refers to increase in knowledge and broadening of the mind through tourism. The facilitation of customers' learning is recognized as an important mechanism to engage customer in service delivery and adds to competitiveness in Hilbert et al. 2012. For the second literature review in this paper is a perceived experience value and retrospective evaluation theory. Next, we can see the framework from this PPT. For the first, perceived service product innovativeness, and then for the attributes is immersion, surprise, convenience, and learning, and then impression, perceived utility, and the last one is a perceived experience value. From the framework, the authors gain the 10 hypotheses. There are perceived service product innovativeness has a positive impact on the tourist perception of immersion. Immersion has a positive effect on consumer immersion of the innovative tourism service product. Perceived service product innovativeness has a positive effect on tourist perception of surprise. Surprise has a positive effect on consumer immersion of the innovative tourism service product. Perceived service product innovativeness has a positive effect on tourist perception of convenience. Hypothesis 6a is a convenience has a positive effect on consumer perceived utility of the innovative tourism service product. Hypothesis 6b, convenience has a positive effect on consumer impression of the innovative tourism service product. Hypothesis 7, perceived service product innovativeness has a positive effect on tourists' perception of learning through the experience. Hypothesis 8a, learning through the experience has a positive effect on consumer perceived utility of the innovative tourism service product. Hypothesis 8b, learning through experience has a positive effect on consumer impression of the innovative tourist service product. Hypothesis 9, when an innovative service product is a part of overall travel experience, consumer impression of a single innovative service product has a positive effect on their overall perceived experience value. And the last one, when an innovative service product is a part of overall travel experience, consumer perceived utility of a single innovative service product has a positive effect on their overall perceived experience value. Alright, next, I would like to talking about the methodology. First, the questionnaire design is using a Likert scale with the 7 point ranging from 1 for the strongly disagree to the 7 strongly agree. For data collection, data took place between November 2016 and February 2017, which resulted in a total of 584 valid responses. Next, about the questionnaire, the authors selected 22 items to the questionnaire designs. We can see the table is an innovative item start from large scale real skin performance until the high-tech device in hotel with the each other of the frequency. About the data analysis, the collected data were analyzed using the structural equation model or SEM with Amos is a 23 to test the hypothesis. SEM provide a maximum likelihood estimation of the entire system in hypothesis model, which enable the assessment of the variable against the data in Jorkok and Sorbom 1981. In this analysis, the authors adopted the Anderson and Gerbings in 1992 with a two-step strategy to test the hypothesis model. The authors, for the first, examined the measurement model using confirmatory factor analysis and then perform SEM based on the measurement model to estimate the fit of the hypothesis model to the data. Next, about the result. For the result, first is a measurement quality testing. We can see the table is a construct item, factor loadings, Cronbach alpha, and composite reliability. For the perceived service product ineffectiveness in Zhao et al. 2009, Cronbach alpha is a 0.89. And then for the immersion in Jit et al. 2015, Cronbach alpha is a 0.830. In the surprise Jin et al. 2015, Cronbach alpha is a 0.884, and for the convenience, Chang and Polanski 2012, Cronbach alpha is a 0.74, and for the learning through the experience in Ryan and Glidon 1998, Cronbach alpha is a 0.69, and the impression in Kim 2010 chroma alpha is a 0.72, and the perceived utility in Ordanini et al. 2014 chroma alpha is a 0.94, and the last one for the perceived experience value in the prevention. And then for the measurement quality testing from the table 3 as displayed, measures for each construct were internally consistent in that the chroma alpha for study variables range from 0.733 to the 0.9, and composite reliability range from 0.829 to the 0.922. This value exceeded the recommended threshold of 0.7. In addition, AVE value ranging from 0.53 to the 0.842 were all greater than suggest cutoff is a 0.5. And then for the table 4, we can see the squared correlation of the related variables and the AVE. As seen in the table 4, most correlations are moderately high, and the square root of the AVE values was greater than correlation coefficient of any two constructs. Thus, discriminant validity was also confirmed. And then for the table 5 is a result of the structural equation model. We can see the table only hypothesis 4 is rejected because the p-value greater than 0.001. The detail about the result of the SEM are displayed in the table 5. As expected, product innovativeness positively and significantly affected perceived attributes of innovated products, and the influence ranking is a learning through experience with a B is a 0.731 with the p-value is smaller than 0.001. Therefore, hypothesis 1, 3, 5, and 7 is supported. Next, about the table 6 is a result of the structural model comparison from M1 until M5. Model 3 with only attributes as a mediators but without impression and perceived utility as a mediators M3, and model 4 with only impressions and perceived utility as a mediators but without attribute as a mediators M4. A further model without mediators, the non-mediated model M5, was constructed to test the effect of independent variables on the mediators and dependent variables. The model fit indicates of the fully mediated, partially mediated, and non-mediated models are shown in the table 6. The condition for the mediation effected required by Baron and Kenny 1986 and Hopwood 2007 are fulfilled, namely that the independent variable significant affect the dependent variable, which is the true apart for the path from surprise to impression. Alright, next, about the table 7 is a direct, indirect, and the total effect. With the p-value must be smaller than 0.05 and the second star's p-value smaller than 0.01. The direct and indirect path as well as their significance level as shown in the table 7, since the significance of the independent variable evaporate in the presence of the mediation variable, a full mediation effect can be assumed. Additionally, according to the X2 test and model fit indicates in Hare et al. 2010, it is clear that both competing models fit the data. However, the truly mediated model provides a better fit than two competing models. Alright, I think that's all from me, Professor. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And I apologize if I have a many mistake. Thank you very much and see you guys.